Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Georgia Sports Nation. We got some more Hawks and Braves content coming for you guys today, and as well, happy holidays from all of us here. I hope you guys are enjoying. If you're in school, hope you're enjoying your break. Happy holidays to everyone. Hope you guys enjoying time with the family and all that. I know I have. So happy holidays to everyone out there. But in terms of what we got for today, we got some Hawks talk, recapping our unfortunate loss to the Bulls on Wednesday, which that last play was just nuts. We're also going to be recapping the win against the Magic with that wild finish on Monday, as well as previewing the Pistons game tonight. For Braves talk at the end, the Braves traded for Lewin Diaz, who was with the Orioles. We'd seen Lewin Diaz a lot with the Miami Marlins before this, so we'll be talking about that, as well as how the Mets ended up signing Carlos Correa to a record-setting deal, and just how that all went down and what that means for the Braves. So that's all what's on deck for tonight. Sorry, how are you doing, Truth? What do you think about these Hawks so far this week in these two games?
Uh, Usually I'm very optimistic, Mikey. I'm more concerned with our team's mental psyche right now. It's just a whole lot going on. But let me stay focused on the games. We got to close. We got to finish better. We're not closing out games the right way. For you know, for whoever you want to point the finger at, for whoever you want to blame, they need to figure out how to close games. Right now the fan base is split down the middle on where to shift the blame. I'm not even going to go into that. We need to close out games right. There's a big old elephant in the room right now going on with this team. If we got time, we'll discuss it, and I think you know what it is.
100%.
But we got to figure out how to close out games, Mikey.
Our offense is really the main problem. Like defensively against the Bulls, the Bulls down the stretch in this game made 6 straight mid-rangers.
6 straight mid-rangers.
Contested well. Except for the Patrick Williams one. He had a pump fake at the 3. He dribbled in once. Okay, good shot. But these were well contested. A lot of these switches on Onyeka Okongwu on DeMar DeRozan against the Bulls were really good. He defended DeRozan well.
Listen, they were all defended well. The only one DeMar missed was the one right now, in hindsight, I wish he had a made.
Yep.
Because he makes it, we got a second and a half left on the clock. Maybe 2 seconds.
Yep.
So, but while we're shooting ill-advised jumpers and threes, they shot 6 straight mid-ranges. For what? Listen, right now, because we done tore our head off in New Pack City group. Shout out New Pack City. My man Jamal Price and the crew over there. We done tore our head off over there about who's at fault. But forget about who's at fault. It needs to be fixed. And I'm saying this as a 50-plus year fan. It needs to be fixed soon. This team has entirely, Mikey, too much talent.
It does.
Too much talent to be doing this. Okay, so it need to be fixed. That's it. Now, normally I would be confident about playing the Detroit Pistons, but I ain't confident about playing nobody now because we so unpredictable.
Yeah, who knows? Like we'll go out there and have a game against the Bucks or the Nets or the 76ers.
Play lights out against
top tier teams, and we'll look like world beaters.
Yeah, we play lights out against those teams, man. And so they need to fix that down the stretch.
We do. And in this specific game for the Bulls, it wasn't like the Hawks had this gigantic lead where it was a meltdown. This was a different the Hawks are consistent about blowing leads, right? We've done that this year a lot. But this was a different type of lead because we had fought back all the way to take an 8-point lead. We had an 8-point lead with under 5 minutes to go, and our offense just started struggling. We've got Trae, for as much credit as if we give him, he's been playing excellent, by the way, these last 3 games. He looks like the old vintage ice Trae that we know and we love, and that we know he can be a superstar. So his shooting has gotten much better. He's now shooting over 35% from 3 in the past 4 games. So hopefully he's figured out his month and a half long shooting slump, which is just insane to think about. And hopefully this team can go places with Trae Young at the helm. But most importantly, we're getting healthy. Tonight, when we review the Pistons game a little bit later in more depth, we're going to have all 16 players healthy. Clint Capella is back tonight, just confirmed a few minutes ago before we started the show. And our defense is going to improve with that. Our rebounding is going to improve. And speaking of rebounding, I do want to get your opinion on this. So a lot of people on Twitter were just like, oh, John Collins has packed his bag. He's got to go. He couldn't grab a rebound. He let Ayo Dosunmu win. But watch this play, specifically Bogey and DeJounte Murray.
Dosunmu gets it in. It's going to be DeRozan to try to win it. Air ball. Stick back is good.
If you saw Bogey and DeJounte Murray, specifically Bogey, no box out on the
Bogey didn't box his man out, period.
None.
And listen, fans, y'all get off JC on this one. You don't expect. Listen, a rebounder does not expect the ball to completely miss the rim.
Air balls create hectic boards and low rebounds.
Yeah, it completely missed the rim. The ball went straight through his hand and hit him in the belly. I was initially pissed when I watched it. I'm like, JC, but that's why I always tell people to go back and watch the game again. Once you get out your feelings as a fan, go back and watch the game again so you can take a more analytical approach.
Oh yeah, you're spinning right now. Hell, 100%.
Hey man, it was really a shit happens play. Bogey should have blocked. JC boxed his man out. Bogey should have boxed his man out. Period. That's it.
Yep.
And we should have never been in that spot.
Yeah.
Like you just alluded to, we was up 6-8. We had just secured either a rebound or got a steal. Trae trying to do too much. On a break, threw the ball right into I keep calling him Jokic, Vucevic's hands, and that's when it started. Listen, it started with a Trae turnover. Yes, Trae's been playing lights out, but he only plays lights out for 3.5 quarters.
That's true. He in the regular season, and I'll never understand this, right? When we had that Eastern Conference Finals run in close games, we always came out on top.
Mm-hmm.
Trae Young led the offense beautifully. For some reason, in the regular season, this is every year of his career. For some reason, in the regular season, he cannot close games offensively well. He's got silly turnovers. It's weird. Like it's when the pressure of the playoffs got to him, stone cold. He was awesome. But when in the regular season, for some reason, he just can't close games, which is just weird to me. And yes, this is true, Alex, especially at the end of games. It's stationary and robotic because it's heliocentric. We play around Trae and DeJounte sometimes, and it's really it's predictable, to be honest. And
we turn into ball watchers, and right now it's getting the coach killed, and it can ultimately cost the coach's job. But see, here's the thing: the coach is in a pickle. You got a $210 million superstar.
Yep.
But basically, you're doing all you can to keep him unhappy. You keep him happy, and from the reports, he's still unhappy.
Those reports. I'm not even gonna give even 2 thoughts about what that report was saying from Kevin O'Connor about how Trae might be supposed to trade.
Yeah, I don't care about what comes from the outside. My issue with that is what's being leaked from the inside. That's my issue. Somebody on the inside talking.
From like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yes, somebody on the inside talking. I mean, it's obvious. Somebody is talking because they got to be, people like Kevin O'Connor, he's got to be given something.
Yeah, he's not going to make something up out of thin air.
He's not just going to just make something up. He's got to be somebody's talking, whether it's from the locker room or somebody connected to the locker room. And I'm gonna leave that right there.
And I did want to get to this point real quick, but Alex, Kevin Huerter's having a career year. A lot of the media and a lot of Hawks Twitter was on, Tony Ressler, and rightfully so, about the luxury tax stuff and everything. But Kevin Huerter is not exactly having the year that everybody thinks he's had. This year, Kevin Huerter started off super hot. He was shooting over 50% from three. He was going crazy. He has really tailed off. While he's having a career year, if we had Kevin Huerter on this team, it's not really going to change much.
Well, here was my issue about moving Kevin Huerter. Imagine where that bench will be right now.
Oh, yeah, it would be better, but I just don't think. Yeah, I just don't think we're 4 through 5 games better than without Kevin Huerter. I think AJ Griffin's basically playing what Kevin Huerter's been.
Well, but here's the thing. Imagine where the bench would be. That's an extra piece. That's an extra piece coming out the bench. Like there is no Justin Holiday.
Yeah, that's the hurtful part. Like, we traded for Justin Holiday. He's out of the rotation. Like, he's been horrible.
He's like out of the rotation now. I like him on the team still because you still got to have that veteran presence.
Oh yeah,
I like him on the team. I see him talking to the guys a lot, so that's cool. But I mean, that's water under the bridge. But Kevin Huerter, Sacramento, it ain't rocket science. Sacramento is actually a playoff team with him now.
Oh, they are.
So he probably not having a career year over there because yes, he has tailed off just slightly. No, we're not. Yes, folks, relax. We know this is a Hawks talk, but he was once connected to the Hawks. But he's created that threat that they needed on the outside that opens things up now for Sabonis and the guys that's driving the lane, the Fox guy. So that's enough of that. Okay, Huerter's gone. Good luck to him. We love him. It is what it is. But we got to close games out better, and it starts with our superstar point guard.
Nail on the head right there, Southside 2 here with we give up leads and can't score. The defense is fine in late games. That miscommunication there on the Markelle Fultz layup in the Orlando Magic game, which we'll go over in a bit here. That was, we don't really see that from a Hawks team. The Hawks team, when healthy, has been a top 12 defensive team in the league.
Can you pull that play up? I want to show something. I want to show something on that play because a lot of people are killing Trae Hunter on this. But
that's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad killing Trae for that.
They killing Trae Hunter, but if you could pull that play up, I can show y'all why that happened like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that play. But
okay. Well, you know what? I'll just say this. On that play, Murray had folks, of course. Okay. On that play, you usually funnel the guy to the shot blocker, but we don't have one because Clint Capella's out. Trae Hunter, he couldn't leave.
Everyone standing.
He couldn't leave Paolo. He couldn't leave him. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, he had Paolo Banchero. But go ahead, if you got it, go ahead and scream it up.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. So we'll sit back and let OG analyze some film here. All right, and here we go. As long as it loads, I don't know why it's not loading here. Come on. All right, there we go. And here we are.
Everyone standing. Here comes Orlando with a chance to win it. Fultz head down driving. Fultz gets through. He scores at 3.
Okay, all right. The sound's off. Listen, if you
can unmute during it. You can unmute during it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Okay.
So unmute. You have to press unmute when I do it.
Okay.
Everyone standing.
Okay.
Here comes
right
Orlando
here,
with a chance to win it.
He really can't leave Paolo. If he leaves him, folks just gonna kick it back to Paolo for an easy mid-range jumper. So he was kind of in a pickle right then. I'm thinking on that play that DeJounte's supposed to funnel him to the shot blocker, but on that, I just rather DeJounte just stay with him, you know.
Yeah,
and but I mean so it was really kind of miscommunication. So everybody killing Trae Hunter, he couldn't leave Banchero.
100%. He couldn't at all. Like you can't just let a wide open shot go for the game.
And your second best defender out there, or listen, those are the two best defenders.
Oh yeah,
Murray,
perimeter defenders.
Yeah. Now, Dre Hunter, he's supposed to trust Murray. He's supposed to trust Murray to stay with folks. So I don't know. It's just, luckily, Orlando bailed us out
with the foul,
Yeah, but so just wanted to clear that up.
And lastly, thing I wanted to say about this Bulls game is we go more in depth into the Magic game. Or two things actually. One, I want to get your opinion.
All right, Mikey kind of freezing up over there, y'all. But until he gets back in, we got to, I keep saying we got to close games out better. And he was going to probably go into the Orlando game. And here's the thing about the Orlando game. The part that bothered me about the Orlando game the most is we were up 12. Okay, we were up 12, and things started to go haywire. And it started with a technical from Trae Young. Trae Young at times he talks to the referees too much. Leave the refs alone. Just leave them alone. Why you keep bothering? Okay, I get it. You're getting pissed because you feel like you need to get calls. But you're going to the timeout, you're talking to the refs, and you come out of the timeout and you back talking to the refs. Leave the refs alone. Why you still bothering? He tees you up, they make the tee, and then their rally starts. Okay. We didn't score another point after that until the DeJounte Murray free throws that ultimately won us the game. But listen, man, you got to leave the refs alone. Hopefully Mikey will be back with us soon. It's a lot of inclement weather everywhere. Hopefully everything is okay. Let me address the
my internet just went out.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. That's cool. That's fine. I was about to address. I went into the Orlando game. I went back into the Orlando game on how we had a 12-point lead and we lost it.
On a 13-0 run.
I started it. It all started with the Trae Young technical. And at a time, it's certain times you got to leave the refs alone. Leave them alone. Okay, I get it. We keep getting screwed on calls. I get it. But at a certain time, that's when you got to be a leader, man. You got to swallow your little pride. Stop making it all about you. You get teed up. They make the technical free throws, and then they make 12, and then they make 12 more points after that. Okay, and it took for them to bail us out for us to win the game. And it's and again, and you go ahead on and finish it up on this, Mikey. It's our inability to close our games down the stretch. Go ahead.
Yeah, Trae at the end of the game was talking in this press conference saying, like Mo Wagner was like playing dirty, and in the last 2 minutes of the game, in the last 2 minutes report, the NBA did reveal that there was an offensive foul that wasn't called on Mo Wagner a couple plays before that. But you're completely correct. Trae, the past is the past, especially, you wait till the 2-minute report comes out the next day. I know you're pissed and stuff like that, but you got to wait. You got to let all that stuff come behind you. You got to focus on the task at hand. You got to make sure the refs aren't in the way of you putting the game in your own hands. And unfortunately, that was some momentum for the Magic there, and they almost made us pay without that foul on Mancaro and DeJounte hitting 2 clutch free throws. I mean,
hey, play dirty. Hey, listen. Hey, check this out, Trae. Hey, Mo Wagner playing dirty, and you're not getting the call. Play dirty with him. Now you play dirty with him, and they make the call. Now if you have a meltdown, then that's fine, because you letting them do it to me, but you ain't gonna let me do it to him. But don't just keep talking about it. OG Big Sam, don't just keep talking about
What
it.
do?
And then get that. We don't need that technical right then. Trust me, I understand. The refs, the NBA refs are the worst. They are horrible.
They're running neck and neck with them NFL refs.
Yeah, they can all ride in the same car. So I mean, but at a certain time, you got to say, okay, we got to win this game. Just go win the game.
Kenji, I want to push back on this a little bit because I don't think our issue is defense late in games at all. I mean, against the Magic, against the Bulls, I really it's our offense that really is. We have the 27th, I believe, rated offense in the fourth quarter, but our defense
we that good?
Looking okay. Looking at what are you seeing in our defense that you're saying it's our biggest issue?
I mean, at the end, you talking about the defense?
Well, that's what Kenji's talking about here in the comments. I was asking him to respond.
I don't think it's so much the defense, man. I mean, teams gonna still make shots.
Yeah,
teams gonna still. We just got to offensively. We got to close out the games better.
Yep.
At home, whatever they need to do to figure it out.
You can't win games late with simple turnovers and non-communication, and then simple-minded miscues of communication on defense. You can't. You can't. And that is not a Nate characteristic. We've known Nate, to be defensive-minded. The defense that to your point, the defense that they play in the fourth quarter, they played that defense all game. We're not having no discussion about late game this or late game that. We be winning games.
Okay. So Sam, you kind of feel like the defense kind of slacks up as well. I mean, listen.
It should be 4 quarters, man. It should be 4 quarters. Just like you say about Trae and his offense for 3.5 quarters. The playoff type defense shouldn't be just in the fourth quarter. That should be from tip off to the fourth quarter.
I agree.
I
agree. I agree 100%. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
One thing I did want to go back to as I was cut off by my Wi-Fi. I wanted to ask you guys one question about the Bulls game, and then we'll go back to the Magic real quick. But AJ Griffin had played 12 straight minutes from the 6-minute mark in the third to the 6-minute mark in the fourth. Nate McMillan takes him out, and he got a lot of slack for that. And he leaves Bogey in that last possession, and doesn't put in like Justin Holiday, Aaron Holiday, Jalen Johnson, like a defensive-minded guy. What did you guys think that was? For me, that Bogey decision on the last play is terrible. You can't have Bogey in that situation, but I understand taking out AJ, especially when there's 12 minutes straight, and you want that veteran guy in Bogey closing the game.
In my opinion, AJ or Justin Holiday should have been in the game. Sometimes, as a coach, and I'm a coach, sometimes we get too robotic in the way we coach.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, I'm gonna do it this type of way. This is my way to do it.
Every time.
And I'm gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. Sometimes you gonna have to go against the grain. What Nate been doing all year, he'll run Trae the whole first quarter. He'll take out DeJounte. He'll take out DeJounte midway through the first quarter and bring DeJounte in to start the second quarter, and then Trae will come in midway through the second quarter and take us to the half, and the same way through the second half, and then he do a substitution pattern a certain type of way. Long story short, okay, I felt like Nate missed on that one. He should have had either. AJ Griffin has shown me that he can also play defense as well.
He's an off-baller.
Bogey's not a great defender. I get it, trying to have a veteran guy out there. If you want to have a veteran guy out there, at least Justin Holiday will give you a little effort on defense. So I feel Nate missed on that.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel what you got, Big Sam?
Well, coach, so a lot of times we second guess coaches' choices and how they do things and what, formula that they stick with. I mean, you trust your instincts, you go to instincts, you go to choice, you don't second guess it, you keep it moving.
Absolutely.
But also at the same time, you got to know, what your personnel is and isn't. With that, you got to know that.
Yeah,
you got to know that in a lot of situations when you need to stop, Bogan ain't necessarily the best personnel to have on the floor when you want some defensive crunch.
Understatement.
And I felt like this is part of the reason why we went and got the Holiday boys. The go with to put a blind eye to some defensive lacks, if you will. Talking about Trae. We got these people, we got these bodies. Like I said, you got to know what you got them for.
Tyrese Martin.
And use them for what you got them for.
Tyrese Martin would have been perfect right then.
Yeah.
Tyrese Martin would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That was an oversight. That was an oversight from Nate. And Kenji, the Bulls scored on every possession in the last 4 minutes. They didn't, by the way, but these jumpers that the Bulls scored, they were well contested.
Very contested.
For 6 straight mid-range shots. That's the shots we want them to take. They made them. I mean, these are NBA players.
Well, the Bulls are a very well.
No, they are. They want to take mid-range. They do
mid-range jumping team. You know what I'm saying, with the DeRozan and them. That all them boys can shoot that mid-range.
Yeah.
And you coming in to play them, you should know. That's one thing you should know from the scouting report. Just plain old watching film.
But at the same time, that's you don't want them going to the rim, and you don't want to leave an open three. You can let DeRozan hit his three. Sure.
Right.
You're not going to leave Patrick Williams wide open from three. You're not going to leave Zach LaVine. You're not going to leave Dosunmu wide open from three, or Vucevic. So at the same time, these were contested jumpers. I mean, you could go, except for the Patrick Williams step in, you can go all 5 of those jumpers except that one, and see that they were well contested. They hit them. I'm not faulting our defense for this game down the stretch.
How are the Bulls? You know what? How are the Bulls 13 and 18?
It's ridiculous.
Look at their talent, bro. Maybe I don't know if they got some personal issues going on like we do.
They do. They do. Zach LaVine isn't. They say there's disconnect with Zach LaVine. He's not playing for the team, and there's DeRozan may want out. It's bad. It's bad in Chicago. They're
Who's the coach over there?
Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Billy Donovan. Nice guy.
Too old school.
I think he belongs back in college.
Oh, like when he was.
I think
that means he's too old school.
I believe Billy Donovan needs to go back to the NCAA. I never thought he was a NBA coach to begin with when he got hired. I never did.
Honestly,
it was. I think that him getting hired at OKC was a crapshoot. I mean, it looked good to begin because of all the talent that they had. But Billy Donovan is not an NBA coach. He's not.
Okay.
He's not.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I can't argue that because he damn sure. Has he won any titles?
Nope.
Has he been to a finals?
He's made it to the big dance once, and that was on talent. That was on talent.
What was that? The last OKC team?
2012. That was on talent.
Oh yeah.
That team was on autopilot.
Yep, it was.
I don't really have much of an opinion on Billy Donovan, to be honest. I don't think he's a bad. I don't think he's good. I just think he's a mid coach.
That's kind of where I am with him.
He's an NCAA coach. He's not an NBA criteria based. He's not. He got lucky with the hire and got a whole bunch of talent up under his belt.
All right.
And when the money got involved, and this piece went, and this started to break down. I mean, how can you lose that job?
I mean,
Washington
played a little better when he got there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's give or take. It's give or take with him. I mean, but I feel Sam's side of it too now.
Going back to this Magic game, one thing that really impressed me from this game, like when we were playing well for 45 minutes, was AJ Griffin's footwork in the mid-range area is so good. Like, he's just so fluid. Like, he'll do pump fake up and under. He did that a couple times on Boncaro. His mid-range scoring is really good, and he's comfortable around them. He's comfortable in all facets on the offensive side of the game early in his career. Like, what he's doing is really impressing me. What did you guys think of his offensive performance in this game? As he had a great game. He added 19 points and was also a team high plus 15 and was 3 or 4 from deep.
Go ahead, Sam. I'll close it out.
That young man is growing up in front of our eyes. There's not every once in a while I see him maybe second guess, but that's him just being a youngin, in big situations. But he's growing up right in front of us. I mean, he's going to be a problem real soon. He's going to be a problem.
You could tell by the way he plays that his father either played the game, his father was his coach.
His father is an assistant coach on the Raptors.
Yeah,
exactly. You can tell by the way he plays. He's very fundamentally sound. Trae Hunter kind of similar. Trae Hunter fundamentally sound. You can tell they've been to all the camps. You can tell they've been to all the camps, but he's very fundamentally sound. He refuses to do it the wrong way, and he's doing it the right way. That's why he's looking the way he's looking.
One thing,
he's no question the stealer. Where we drafted him at?
Oh, it's a steal.
He's the steal of the draft.
100%.
He may not. Boncaro gonna probably be runaway rookie of the year.
Yeah.
But he the steal of the draft.
100%. There's no way anybody else can argue and the other steal of the draft. You can say like Walker Kessler's been really good in Utah, and
Kessler is good.
He's really good, but. Let me just add this little detail in real quickly. That Rudy Gobert trade for the Timberwolves, that was so bad. Like that trade so far has looked awful for them, just awful. But yeah, Walker looks like a more athletic Rudy Gobert. He literally looks.
I'm hearing some rumblings and grumblings up there about.
Well, you already up. I mean, it's looked bad for them. But as we move on to the action tonight. We're going to be facing the rebuilding Pistons after a tough loss to the Bulls. We got to start out against these young rebuilding teams who, they gain confidence as they stay late in games. They stay in the game, maybe 5 to 10 points. They're going to gain confidence if they're close in the fourth quarter. You need to get a big lead early. Crush their confidence. The Pistons are without Cade Cunningham. They're one of the worst. They have a 117 defensive rating. I believe this season. Or is it this season or is it in recent days? I did see that somewhere. But regardless of what it is, this is a game we should blow them out after especially a collapse that ended in a win on Monday and a collapse that ended in a loss on Wednesday.
Yeah. Well,
they're 1-7 in their last 8 games. 1-7.
Yeah, this is a game where, we should come out and just put our foot on their necks, play some starch hard defense. We play Nate McMillan defense for 48 minutes, and we could, go home easy.
Yep, and the best part is Clint Capella will be back. We're going to be fully healthy tonight.
Good.
Nobody on the injury report. for the Hawks. All 16 guys with the team and all 16 guys available. So really going to be interesting to see what Nate McMillan does with rotation. Because after the Bulls game in the second half, we had a seven-man rotation. Jalen Johnson didn't play in the second half. Frank Kaminsky didn't play in the second half. Aaron Holiday didn't play in the second half. We only got minutes from Bogey and AJ off the bench. Really going to be interesting to see. Obviously, Onyeka is going to go back to his bench role where he hasn't been good so far this season. He's been excellent in the past 3 games. Excellent against the Bulls. He had 18 and 11 with a career high tying 5 blocks and a career high in minutes in 40 minutes. We need that Onyeka to show up, but off the bench. Playing with DeJounte Murray and Bogey. I'm really curious to see the DeJounte, Bogey, and Onyeka Okongwu minutes. That's going to be the key for me tonight. That's what I'm most interested in.
And you know what? Listening to all of that, I would feel real confident about the Hawks just going out there blowing them out. But they've been so freaking unpredictable, man. They so freaking unpredictable. Like, which Hawks team gonna show up? Is it gonna be the Hawks team that done beat Milwaukee twice, or is it gonna be the Hawks team that lost to Houston when they had 2 guys go for 83 points? Mikey, Sam, y'all help me out. Please give me some. I need some therapy. I need therapy.
Sam, go ahead.
My straight up no BS assessment of this is, whatever this elephant in the room, in the locker room is, until that get fixed, this team is going to be up and down.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying
whatever the deal is, because a lot of things that he's doing off the court, it's showing me red flags, and I'm seeing some disturbing shit about to happen come off season.
One thing I wanted to point out, Kenji points it out here, DeJounte has actually been playing so many minutes, even coming back from his injury.
Yeah.
He played 40 minutes against the Bulls, 40. And against the Maggiet, that was his first game he came back. He played 38. I mean, these minutes are insane for him, especially coming off an ankle sprain. So, is he 100% yet?
Man, we got 4 point guards on this team. There's no reason why any one of them guards should be playing 40 minutes.
I agree.
Agreed.
I agree.
100%. He's been playing so many minutes, and this is all the more important. Why tonight it's got to be a game where we put it out in 3.5 quarters. Let last 5-6 minutes. Let the starters rest. Get the bench in. Get Frank Kaminsky, Tyrese Martin, Justin Holiday, Vit Krejci. Let them get these minutes and blow them out by double digits, because we need that type of win tonight. No,
and you know what? I'm glad you mentioned Frank Kaminsky. I think Frank could stand a few more minutes.
No,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna push back on that hard. Frank Kaminsky has been terrible. His defense is so bad. He allows like 80% finishing at the rim, bro. Frank Kaminsky.
Well, I'm gonna speak from this standpoint, Mikey. He can stretch the floor as a big. His defense,
but
he's not great. He's not been a great defender. Listen, you got me on that one. But
I can't do it.
At certain times, we might need another big that can stretch the floor. At certain times in the game. Just, you ain't got to give him no 15 to 20 minutes per game out of the bench. Give about 7 to 10 minutes. Another big and then stretch the floor.
I see where you're coming from. The only thing is that in those brief stint, like the minutes against the Bulls, when he was in the second quarter, he was a -10 in those 4 minutes, and they got to the rim completely at ease. That's the only thing that really bugs me about Frank Kaminsky being on the floor. And besides, unknown comment. When you say trade Trae and no context, we're not gonna pay attention to that. So if you come up with a reason why you specifically want to trade Trae, maybe we can talk about it. But I think that's pretty absurd. if I were you.
Well, I have a piece of context. Because Nate McMillan is respected around this league.
He is, but he's not been coaching.
Okay. All things considering, that has a lot to do with Trae.
It could, yeah, but we're not gonna. There's no way.
And when the superstar of the team is not towing the line, the company line, to for the lack of a better term, you think anybody else on the team gonna follow? Whatever this beef is, whatever this thing is, Trae needs to grow his little ass up.
Period.
He does.
And come on with the come on. You are the leader of this team. You're the highest paid player on this team. You're the meat of this team. God damn it, look at him. Put your ego where it belongs, outside in that damn gutter in the trash can. And
keep your dad
lead
off social
his
media.
team. And that too. Papa Ray needs to get off of Twitter. He needs to get off of Twitter.
You know what? That's the big old elephant in the room. And hey, listen, that's something, because I already know we short on time because we got to go to the Braves.
Yeah.
We can really table that the next week.
I mean, we got time. If you guys want to get about for like 3 or 4 minutes, we got time.
Okay, okay then.
It is a no when you taking shots at other players on your team. That's a no. He needs to get off of social media.
Yep.
Get off of social media in this age is kind of crazy. Like, players are going to be on social media. We see Kevin Durant. Players are going to be on social media.
We're talking about daddy.
Look, let me say something real quick. Can we not get involved in rumors? We have no idea that this is true. So I just want to say that we don't do rumors. If it comes from a credible source, then we can look into it. But we try not to look too deep into
I'm not talking about. Listen,
no, we're not talking about the rumors.
I'm not talking about the rumors. I'm talking about.
No, this whole conversation started on a rumor, and this is what we try not to do.
It was a claim.
If it doesn't come from a credible source, then I don't see the point of talking about something that people are speculating, especially sources that are known to be liars. I'll just say it like that. They're known to be to make up stories to get fans riled up, and that's what we try not to do, is get fans riled up.
Here's the reality.
Are we talking about Chris Haynes?
No, you're talking about the guy from Boston.
We didn't
bring up the guy from Boston. Here's the reality of the situation.
Bring up that article.
The reality of the situation is something is being leaked out from the inside, from somewhere on the inside. That's my issue. I don't give a damn about this guy.
Again, we don't get into what is, if we don't know we don't know this is true whatsoever. We have no idea.
Yeah, we can table it next week. We can table that next week, because at the end, like I said, always where there's smoke, there's fire. Somebody's saying something. We just don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We don't know.
We don't know
who it is. We don't know who it is.
That's where this is where we stand. We have to remain professional, and when someone with a credible reputation comes out and put these things out there, then there's something. But these people that are putting these rumors out, they're known to be liars. I'm just gonna say it. Mikey didn't say it. I said it. Okay, I said it. These guys are known to be liars, to make up stories for fans' sake. And I understand fans. It's exciting to talk about. Trae. It's exciting to point the finger at LeBron. It's exciting to point the finger at all of the big players, because you want to say, "Hey, get over it. You guys are making $100 million. Let's get our stuff together." That's very. So let's remain on the right side. All right.
You're right, but
and not focus on that.
And we close it out after this. My thing on that is, we shouldn't have to hear nothing, no way. Why are we even hearing anything? So, that's a remains to be seen whole thing. We shouldn't have to hear nothing no way. So
OG, we still hearing Isaiah Thomas, okay? We still hearing Isaiah Thomas after 40 years. You know that's not doable. So we got to remain on the right side. Remain on the right side.
Isaiah and Mike gonna be going till they both die.
Yeah.
Isaiah and Mike gonna be beefing till they both die.
well, they need to bury the hatchet.
Let's get back to the story.
They need to hold on.
We're not speculating, okay? The speculation can go a long way. So.
Yeah, just like Magic and Isaiah bury the hatchet. They need to bury the hatchet, man. That's all. I mean, so.
Well, Magic and Isaiah, that's a best friend
All right,
thing.
let Mikey get on. Let Mikey get on to the next man.
Okay.
Well, we was all right till you brought your butt on here. Goodbye.
No. See, what's not gonna happen is y'all gonna try to go off on a tangent on Trae, and you just gonna let it happen. I'm not letting that happen. Okay, it ain't happening.
All right.
Hey, y'all, that's the boss.
What ain't happening?
That's the boss. That's the boss.
What happened? What, talking about Trae?
Don't leave it.
No. Let Mikey. Mikey's the host. I'm.
Sam, please let him go. Sam, let the boss go, please. Please, let's let him go. Okay, you're right, boss.
All right. So
now that's how we kick it, y'all. We good. That's how we kick it.
With that nonsense, that absolute nonsense.
Absolute nonsense, Mikey. Thank you, sir.
With that nonsense, I'm
when you brought your
let Mikey talk. Jesus, let Mikey talk.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll let Mikey talk.
With that nonsense out of the way, let's get into a couple Braves talk segments. Number one, the Braves traded for first baseman Lewin Diaz from the Orioles. You know, we've seen Lewin Diaz a lot with the Marlins. You know, he hit a couple clutch home runs, unfortunately. But this is probably for farm system depth. Our farm system, as we know, with trading for Olsen, trading for Murphy, all of these pieces that we've put in, and William Contreras is gone as well. All of these pieces. This is probably for farm system depth. What do y'all think? Do you think he makes the club and plays backup at first base, or do you think he stays in the minor league?
Question. I got a question. Is first base the only play he plays?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
He could probably make the team with the roster. I think the roster already set.
I don't think. Do we have 40? Do we have 40 yet?
We needed to add one more man to the 40-man roster.
Okay, we need one. Yeah, we need one more.
I think we need. I think he made the 39th man or the 40th man. The roster pretty much already set. I expect them to add one more piece probably, but you got to have farm system depth. So a couple of those guys gonna get sent down to the minors. Is Soroka ready to start the season out of spring training? He should be ready to go, right?
Right.
Yeah, Soroka should. Yeah, I mean, we'll see
Soroka
how he
should be ready to go. He's been out 2.5 years. He should be ready to go. If not, if not, you just got to go and cut your losses. Luke Jackson should be ready to go, right?
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't think by spring training. I don't know if he'll be ready completely by spring training, but early in the season, 100%.
Okay. Noah won't be ready to miss season though, right?
Nah, he's gonna miss. Tyler Matzek's gonna miss as well.
I know Matt's gonna miss the whole year. What about Noah?
I believe Noah's gonna miss the majority of the year too.
See, I mean, damn now.
That's why we traded for Joe Jimenez from Detroit. That's why we've traded for some relievers. But
we did.
We need another lefty, in my opinion. We still need another lefty.
Because Dylan Lee, I'm gonna tell you, Dylan Lee gonna start me to smoking crack.
Okay. So Dylan Lee was really good last year. Dylan Lee was really good. In the middle of the season, Brian Snitker started using this man like every single game, and his usage
rate went up. You're absolutely right.
His stuff got it
started getting flat. It started getting flat.
Yep, it was his breaking ball was getting flat. He was hanging him, getting hit hard. But when he went back to his normal usage at the beginning of the year and towards the end of the year, he was lights out. He was lights out. I think he can be really good this year. He's going to be a really important piece. Really important.
I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I think we missed Will Smith a little bit coming out of that bullpen.
Oh,
No,
you whoa! You on? Wow.
No, because hold on, Mike, baseball is my sport. Don't interrupt me. Let me tell you why.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you why. God damn. Certain situations, Will Smith didn't feel no pressure. Like
bases loaded, nobody out. Will Smith didn't allow to run.
He had his times where he'll lay one over the plate and the dude will hit it to the parking lot, but he felt no pressure. So just he felt he didn't give a damn about pressure. Like you could throw him in there and he gonna have that same demeanor, that same look, and he get out of situations. Okay, him not being there played a part. Okay, Tyler Massey getting hurt played a part. Okay, Dylan Lee ain't it to me. Schmidt had to overuse him, and that caused problems coming out the bullpen. Okay, so I'm just saying, I ain't saying Will Smith is the second coming of Aroldis Chapman. Absolutely not. But just his presence out there and how he has that calming type effect when he's on the mound. That's what the Braves missed.
I agree.
That's just my opinion. Sorry, man. Sorry to cut you off and talk to you bad. But that's what I meant.
Look, don't worry about it. I'll get you back. I'll get you.
Oh well, yeah. We take turns getting each other. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Anyway, that was me getting you back.
Hey, let's get.
That was me getting you back.
Sam, what you think about Diaz? Do you think he makes the team? Do you think he makes the team or stays in the minors?
Well, when I saw this trade that didn't happen, I was kind of confused because I was just like, okay, is there something wrong with Olsen, or are we just trying to add a bat?
He started like every game for Miami when he was there.
You got to have a backup second.
Okay.
You got to have a backup at every position. I don't think we got a backup first baseman.
Yeah, I don't think we have. Maybe Riley, but Riley hasn't played in God knows how long.
I don't want Riley.
Yeah, see that right there was leading up to me this question here because I have not ever, as long as I can remember, going all the way back to 88, not us not having farm system depth. And I think that's a large red flag. If we are digging for to be adding depth to fill the farm system, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know why, Sam?
Because the Braves have never not had stock in the farm system.
But we're in win now mode. We're preparing now.
Yeah, we're in win now.
Here's the thing to all of my Braves fans who raised all that sand. Why we didn't go out and get veterans during midseason this past year like we did the World Series year? See what happened?
Right.
When you go out there and you get them veterans, you got to deplete your farm system. Alex Anthopoulos couldn't continue to deplete his farm system. So what he chose to do this past season was secure the future and keep our farm system straight. Like, we can't just keep depleting the farm system. At a certain point, the guys that we got to grow up now. They got to grow up and go out there and win it themselves.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why we're now mode. That's why we had all this farm system throughout the rebuild in the mid 2000s and early 2010s, or not mid 2000s, yeah, the early 2010s and the mid 2010s. That's where we got all this farm system depth, and now we're using it to win now for Sean Murphy, for Matt Olson, for these guys that are going to bring upgrades to our team. So that's That's where we're using them now. But as we go on to our final topic today, yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days? I believe it was yesterday. I woke up to the news that the Mets signed Carlos Correa. This man was going to the Giants for like a week, and something went wrong with the physical. It couldn't be released by media. The Giants would not tell anybody. But something went. There's a complication with the physical. It's this man, Steve Cohen, the Mets owner. If you don't know, Steve Cohen offered to pay for his physical and for whatever was holding back with the Giants for him to come to the Mets. He spends so much money on this team, but the Mets infield is scary. They've got Alonso, they've got McNeil, they've got Correa and Lindor. This Mets team infield is scary, and this Mets team is going to be really good. Expensive, but really good. It makes it all the more reason for us to be motivated because we're not on the payroll right now. We're not a top 5 team in payroll like our owner said. What do you guys think we do? Do you guys think we have more money? Do you think we go out like with a underdog mentality kind of thing?
Hey, man, here's the thing with the Mets.
They looking like 97 Marlins.
They spend so much time trying to compete with the New York Yankees. But guess what? The Yankees not in y'all division, bruh. We're going to let y'all keep having the highest payroll while we winning our 6th straight division title. Mic drop.
Enough said. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I have no it's pointless. You're gonna lose. I don't understand the point. I don't understand.
You shelling out all this bread to finish second.
They're 1 through 6.
It's like they're trying to relive the 97 Marlins run when they spent all that money on Bonilla and Sheffield and them.
We can't the thing is we believe in the Braves and we think Alex Anthopoulos, we think the world of him. This hasn't been the greatest offseason, of course, for the Braves so far. I mean, we've got 2 more months or so.
No.
But it's no secret that this has not gone the way we want it to. We can't ignore the Mets 1 through 6. The 1 through 6 in their lineup is scary. It's scary.
We couldn't have known last year, Mike. I mean, but they the one went out there and tricked it off. Look, man. They tricked it off. We had an amazing run, but the Mets tricked it off. When they was losing to the Nationals and all that stuff there, when they was losing to the worst team in the division and the Marlins, and I think they lost. I think what killed them, they got swept by the Pirates or something. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
and y'all spending all this bread.
Yeah, they are. They're spending a ton of money.
So hey,
it's nuts.
More power.
And relying on Verlander and Scherzer in the top of their rotation. 2 old guys running their rotation. But I understand letting Swanson walk. I understand letting Swanson walk. Freeman was a mistake, complete. But Swanson, $77 million.
They were the 2 in the same situation. Both of them had wifey problems.
Yeah,
it's 2 of the same situation. Both of them had wifey issues.
One of them's wife. Well, one of them's wife is a model from California. The other one's wife is a soccer player that plays in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey man, it is what it is. The power of the P. And y'all know what the P stand for. So
no, you don't.
Right.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Hey, it's powerful. I think we all know it's powerful.
With that, we will, and with that, on that mark, we will end. So,
I'm not gonna do it, Mike. Mike, no, relax, Mike. I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do.
Somewhere everybody can find you guys. OG, we'll start with you. OG Sam, we'll start with you and then go in order.
Just like the name says, OG Big Sam, member of the Unholy Alliance on Twitter. By my real name on Facebook, Sammy White. And on IG, it will be 3G WHIT. Where I'm just, gonna get my legs back and put a new level on this information. But right now I'm in training. Mr. Producer over here.
Man, just end it, Sam. Just end it, Sam.
Truth.
See, microphone training.
On Twitter, on IG, it's Big Scooby. Because Scooby is my nickname. Our Facebook, Currency M King. And my YouTube channel is called King's Ransom, KINGZ, RENTZOM, member of the Holy Alliance. I always seek and speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Mike, what about you?
Just pray for me. I don't want anybody to fall. Just pray for me. Just pray.
Listen, we've taken Mike through a lot. He has some problem children in his stable, and he's been having to do a lot of. I officially impeached as an admin.
See what I'm talking about?
Y'all can find me at was 300 on Twitter and on YouTube, recapping Hawk Truth as we get that going soon over there. So remember to tune in next week, same time, 6 o'clock Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see you guys next time.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right. Happy holidays.